session, principles of estimation for MIMO over FDM wireless communication. Okay, today's topic is the wireless fading channel estimation. Okay, in the wireless channel estimation, we are considered for the pilot symbols and likelihood function. Okay, in the previous session, we discussed about the likelihood function and maximum likelihood function. But coming to here, we are taking for the wireless fading channel estimation. Okay, in this one, we are considering the fading and also the channel estimation in the wireless communication system. Okay, coming to here, in the previously we had taken the maximum likelihood function and also estimation. Okay, in this one we have to go with the some framework of the maximum likelihood estimation. Okay, in this one we are taking the wireless sensor network and also trying the estimation parameter such as the temperature, pressure, or any basic elements. Okay, that is the pressure, temperature, or humidity. Okay, those parameters also we are considered for the wireless sensor network. Okay, in the previous session we are taking the one observation model. Okay, in the observation model we are considering the y equal to h plus v. Okay, the h is the unknown parameter. Okay, in the previous one we have taken the y equal to h plus v. Okay, this is we are considering in the wireless sensor network. Okay, this is the y is the function or output. Okay, function or output. Okay, coming to this is the unknown parameter, and this v is the noise. Okay, that is the Gaussian noise. Okay, these already we find out in the previous sessions, but coming to in this one we are considering the wireless channel estimation that is caused by the fading. Okay, how the fading will occur, what are the fading causes to the wireless channel estimation. Okay, those were also we discussed in this one. Okay, and how to overcome the this fading, and also what are different types of fadings also we will discuss in this one. And also coming to in this wireless communication scenario, we are taking the transmitter and receiver. In between transmitter and receiver, in between transmitter and receiver, okay, what will be there? Here we having the channel. Okay, that is a h. Okay, we have to find out the this channel coefficient also, channel coefficient. Okay, this one also we can find out here. Okay, this is all about of the wireless fading channel estimation into the maximum likelihood uh, of the channel estimation. Okay, coming to in this one we have deployed to the and multiple antennas. Okay, where we are considering multiple antennas, that means in this technology, in the wireless technology, the advanced one meant is the multiple input multiple output technology. It is transmit and receive side. Okay, we are considering the multiple input and multiple output for the result in a significant capacity increases. Okay, for that we have the two factors. What are the two factors? Diversity and space-time coding. Okay, here we considering the two one. What is the two? One is the diversity, one is the space-time coding. Those we are also discussed in this session. Okay, coming to multiple input, multiple output. Okay, coming to multiple input multiple output, we are considering the multiple antennas. Okay, we are considering the multiple antennas. Okay, in the both side, in the coming to transmitter side, coming to receiver side, we are giving the multiple antennas, multiple for the transmission and receiver. Then we get the multiple inputs and multiple outputs. For that we are having the some fact effects, diversity and space-time coding. Coming to wireless communication networks, we are having the equalization, diversity and channel coding. Okay, those are the main three for the overcome the any intersymbol interference or fading. Okay, and also any error correction, we go for the three. One is a equalization, equalization, diversity and channel coding. Okay, that intersymbol interference. Okay, how the intersymbol interference coming to any channel interference. Okay, in that overcome by the equalization. Okay, and also coming to diversity. Okay, here mainly we are eliminating the fading causes. Coming to channel coding, we are considering for the any error correction. Okay, this is for the wireless communication system. In this one we are mainly considering the equalization, diversity and the channel coding. Coming to this wireless fading channel, we are considering here diversity and space-time coding. Okay, the diversity is the some healthiness. Okay, one healthiness technique, and also we are coming to against the fading of the channel between the transmitter and receiver antenna. Coming to space time coding. Okay, that is for diversity. What is the diversity? It giving the some robustness against fading. Okay, they giving the accurate results. Okay, in the coming to overcome the fadings, what are the different types of fading we are also there. Coming to fadings, we are having the large scale fading, and coming to small scale fading. Okay, coming to large scale fading and small scale fading. Okay, in that mainly we are go with the channel or signal experience. Okay, in this one we can calculate the signal experience based on the large scale fading and the small scale fading. Okay, those we are comes under the diversity. It overcomes by the diversity. Coming to space-time coding, here we taken the some parallel transmission of information via multiple transmit antennas. Okay, those we have considered for the multiple inputs, multiple outputs, MIMO. Okay, that is we are considering here. Okay, and also, however, this capacity increase was based on the important assumption all channels between the transmitter antennas and also receiving antennas are accurately known. Okay, that is diversity. Okay, then we are considering the what will in the multiple input multiple technology, we are considering the multiple antennas and multiple antennas in the receiver transmit section, and also coming to receiver section. Okay, those we are giving the accurately results to the wireless channel. Okay, coming to the wireless channel is a highly complex. Okay, compared to the very different techniques. But in general, it is a both frequency and time selective, and with the physical and multiple antennas, also space selective plays a crucial role in the wireless channel. Okay, coming to any physical models, that is such as JAX. Okay, JAX model usually simplifies this to multipath propagation. Okay, what is mean by propagation here? Okay, what is mean by propagation means, okay, coming to you are considering any transmitter. This is a transmitter you're considering, this is a receiver. Okay, in between we are sharing the information to the transmitter to receiver. That means propagation is nothing but traveling. Okay, that it travels from transmitter to receiver. Okay, for that we are having the multipath. Multipath means from the transmitter we are giving the different. For example, if you are consider the multiple antennas. Okay, if you are consider the multiple antennas, then we can give the multiple transmission of the signal. Then this is called multipath propagation. In the multipath propagation, it causes the multipath propagation causes the multipath propagation causes the fading. Okay, this multipath propagation causes the fading. In this multipath propagation model, each path is parameterized by the an angle. Okay, because these each one is having the angle. Okay, here this is in the multipath propagation. At the receiver array, perhaps an angle at the transmitter, and also we have the further propagation delay and a complex amplitude. Okay, here we having the some different amplitudes because in this one mainly we're having the line of sight and non-line of sight. Okay, one is a line of sight, one second one is a non-line of sight. Okay, both will be there in the propagation. Coming to line of sight means that is from the transmitter to receiver direct way. That is the line of sight. Coming to transmitter to receiver, in between any obstacle is there, then it comes under the non line of sight. Okay, this is comes under the non line of sight. What will happen here? The signal strength will decrease. Okay, and also time delay will be there in the non line of sight. Okay, this is the different amplitudes will be occur into the this multiple propagation. Mainly it causes the some interference and also fading. Okay, coming to fading, we have to overcome by the diversity techniques. There we have the time diversity, frequency diversity, angle diversity. Those we are overcome by the to overcome to the fading. Okay, coming to in this making statistical assumption on the distribution of these parameters. Whatever we discussed in the previous one parameters, that is multipath propagation, fading, intersymbol interference, we can distribute the assumptions. Okay, For a channel modeling, one tries uses a general model that allows the describe to large class of the observed channels. Coming to any channel estimation, okay, we are taking the there is a trade-off, okay, and a sophisticated model with the more parameters may turn out of the accurate when it the parameter have to estimate with a fine set of the observations. Okay, we have to take in the many observation. For example, if you are consider the any wireless sensor network WSN, okay, if you are consider any one node means you are taking the y equal to h plus v. Okay, if you are considering the multiple nodes, that is for y1 h1 and v1 y2 h2 plus v2 up to so on yn equal to hn plus vn. Okay, like that we are different giving the different kind of sets of observations. Okay, further we are taking the different type of observation. We have to calculate the channel coefficient, and we are giving the average of the average. We are find out the average of the all the observations. Okay, here these v1 v2 vn is the independent identical distributors. Okay, independent identical distribution, that is in comes under the Gaussian nature. Coming to channel model, that is comes under the multiple inputs multiple outputs. For a broadband communication, the time dispersion or frequency selectivity due to the multipath is an important factor. Okay, here we having the time dispersion and also frequency selectivity. Okay, in the broadband communication, those are occurring to the multipath. Okay, and also for the sake of inconsistency, we will restrict ourselves single carrier multiple input systems in a frequency selective fading channel. Okay, coming to this fading channel, we have to consider the frequency selective fading. Okay, whenever that is used in the multiple inputs and multiple output system, whenever you consider the multiple input multiple output system, then we go with the some single carrier. Okay, then we can consider the this frequency selective fading in the multipath propagation. The channels are modeled by simple finite impulse response, that is a FIR. Okay, and all FIR filter we can take in the common order, that is in the assumed binom. Okay, previously we also assuming. Okay, for that we can order we can assume the L in the FIR finite impulse response feature. There is modeled by the some of the frequency selective fading channel. Okay, in the coming to estimation technique, in this training based and semi blind. Okay, coming to these are the two estimation techniques, training and semi blind. In practical system, the channels are invariably estimated using periodic burst of the known training symbols. Okay, coming to what is the training symbols means, coming to this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. Okay, whenever you can transmit from the transmitter, this is comes under the transmitter training symbol. Transmitter training symbol. Okay, that is a transmitter training, sorry, transmitter training symbols. Okay, coming to receiver section, here we having the receiver training symbol. Receiver training symbol. Okay, these are we are coming to for the mostly we are used for these techniques when it comes under the, this is also called piloted symbols in the transmit section, and also we can go for the receiver pilot symbols. Okay, conventionally we are go for the training based methods who only exploit the presence of the known trained symbol. Okay, here we can find out the these symbols from that y equal to x of h of x of k plus v of k. In this one, this is the training symbol of the transmitter. Transmitter training symbol or pilot symbol. Okay, this is a training symbol or pilot symbol in the y equal to h of x plus h of k x h of x of k plus y of k. Okay, this is a Gaussian noise in this one. Okay, like that we can take in the training based methods. And also sometimes we are go for in the wireless communication system, sometimes we are training and tracking of the signal of the path. That will also main role of the in the wireless communication system. So coming to the results can be enhanced by also incorporating the conventional properties of the surrounding known data symbols, and also those enhanced training symbol methods. Okay, so the called is the enhanced training based methods. Okay, whatever it leads to, that is called enhanced training based method. Okay, here we are considering only training based method. In the coming to training based method, we are having the transmitter symbols and also a receiver symbol. Okay, coming to all the channel estimation methods, we are considering the this transparent to space-time coding mainly. Okay, and also we are considering the diversity techniques, but in this some of the due of the factors, we are going for the space-time coding. And any structure introduced by these codes are not extended. Okay, that is in the this duty of the factor of that space-time encode we are considering in this feeding channel estimation. Okay, coming to channel estimation is the process of finding the correlation between the array of complex numbers. Okay, here we have some correlation and correlated function. Here we considering the complex numbers on the left and the array of the complex numbers into the right. Okay, in the coming to here we considering the left side is the complex numbers, and also coming to right side we are considering the array of the complex number in the channel estimation. Why we are go for these complex numbers means we have to finding the correlation. Okay, coming to in wireless communication, the fading is a variation of the attenuation of the signal with various variables. Fading is nothing but okay signal experience. Signal experience. Okay, it is nothing but signal experience. Okay, these variables include the time, geographical position, and also radio frequency. Okay, here we considering the factors of the fading. We having the different variables that is including time. Okay, that includes time, geographical position, and also radio frequency. Whenever you go for the fading, it is a model as a random process. Okay, that is whenever, but because that is an unknown factor. Okay, that's why that is a random process. If you go for any distribution, that is a probability. You know the prediction of the outcome. But here we have to observe the all the parameters. That is in the random process only. Okay, coming to a fading channel is a is a communication channel that experience the fading. Okay, that is comes under the fading. Now we can see the here we can see the large scale fading, and small scale fading. Okay, here you can see the you can observe here. This is in this diagram. In this diagram, you can observe the this one is the large scale path. Okay, here that one is a large scale path. Okay, comes under the here. This one is the small scale path. Okay, this one is the small scale path. This one is a signal experience in between the transmitter to receiver. Okay, you can observe clearly. Okay, you can observe clearly this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. In between we are having the large scale path and the small scale path. Okay, why here how we can find out this one means here fluctuation will be near, fluctuation will be there, fluctuations. Okay, here we having some fluctuation in between the transmitter and receiver. Coming to large scale path, there is no fluctuation in some of the we are varying the signal. Okay, it varies the signals in the received power. But coming to here, the signals are nearer to the transmitter section and receiver section. Okay, that is called large scale path and the small scale path. You can observe here. This is the distance and the meters. Here we can consider the 14 to 28 meters. In between, you can observe the received power. Okay, you can observe the received power. That is the separation of the fading. Okay, this is the diagram of the large scale path and small scale path in between the transmitter and receiver separation. Okay, coming to small scale fading is simply fading. Okay, used to describe the rapid fluctuations. Just now we discussed. Na? Rapid fluctuation means this is the rapid fluctuations. Coming to this one is a large scale fading. Okay, it amplitude of the radio signal over a short time period. Okay, here the distance. Okay, the distance is the short time period of the time interval. Okay, and also travel distance also very low. Coming to large scale path affected by ignored. Okay, here there is no rapid fluctuations. Okay, here there is no direct fluctuation. In here we have the some short time interval in between the mm, both the signals. Okay, both the varying of the time period. Okay, there is no short distance, but here we having the large distance in between the signal varying. Okay, here the fading is caused by interference between two or more versions of the transmitted signal, which arrive the receiver at slightly different times. Okay, coming to fading channel, it is caused by the interference. Okay, it caused by the interference. What is interference? That is a inter-symbol interference (ISI). Okay, in between the two or more versions of the transmitted signal. Okay, here we can consider the for example, if you go with the one transmitted signal, there is no interference. Okay, for example, here you can see here we can transmit the one signal means there is no interference. If you transmitted more signal from the transmitter means some of the interference will be there. Okay, that caused by the fading. Okay, then these waves called multipath waves. Okay, these waves are called multipath waves. Multipath waves. Okay, then you can combine the receiver antenna to give a resultant signal, which can be widely amplitude and phase depending on the distribution of the intensity and relative propagation time of the waves and the bandwidth of the transmitted signal. Okay, here we can, this is a transmitter. If you go for the receiver, how we can give the resultant correct resultant signal, it can vary the widely in the amplitude and phase. Here we having the different amplitudes and different phases also there, phases. Okay, here and also mainly depending on the distribution of the intensity and we have the relative propagation. Okay, that is in the waves, the bandwidth also we can assume here in the transmitter signal. Then we can give the resultant signal of the our transmitted signal. Okay, mainly the fading is caused by the interference. Okay, in between the two or more signals. Whenever transmitted signal, transmitter two or more signal will be there, then that is called multipath waves. Okay, whenever we can generate the different types of signals means one or more signals we can generate with the transmitter, that is called multipath waves. Then we can combine to the give the accurate result. Further we run here depending on the distribution of the intensity and also the bandwidth, then only we can give the resultant output in the receiver section. Okay, coming to multipath radio channel creates a small scale fade effects. Okay, whenever the multipath fading, it only multipath is giving the some creates a small scale fading effects. The three most factors. Okay, well, these three more factors for the multipath for the small scale fading. The first one is a rapid changes in signal strength. Okay, this is a very important factor. Rapid changes in signal strength over a small travel distance or time interval. Okay, over time means here this is a rapid fluctuation means here we having the small travel distance. Okay, in between the two, here there is some of the small distance gap in between the wave. Okay, that is a different time interval. Okay, in between the in time interval we are having the short time intervals. Okay, that is a signal strength also, it can changes the rapid changes. And coming to random frequency modulation, okay, due to varying the Doppler shift on their different multipath signals. Okay, and also we have some echoes, that is comes under the time dispersion. Okay, mainly the time dispersion or echoes are caused by the multipath propagation delays. Okay, you can observe here. Okay, these are the three important effects for the small scale fading. What are those? First one is the rapid changes in the signal strength over a small travel distance or a time interval. Okay, that is a short time intervals. Okay, that is comes under the one the most effective for the small scale fading. Comes under the next one, random frequency modulation. Okay, that is also due to the it varying the Doppler shifts and different multipath signals. So the next one is time dispersion. Also, it calls for the multipath propagation delays. Okay, coming to here in wireless system, fading may either due to multipath propagation and also referred to as a multipath include insured fading. Okay, whether it is a particular rain or shadowing form obstacles are affected with the wave propagation, sometimes referred as a shadow fading. Okay, whenever it give the weather or shadowing from. Okay, if we consider the any rainy season also we are having the some signal disturbance. Okay, then we can that at the time are also adding the noise. Okay, that is also referred to obstacles affecting. Okay, that is wave propagation, sometimes it is also called shadow fading. Okay, coming to here multipath fading, you can observe here we consider the base station. This one is a base station, this is a receiver section. Okay, this is a transmitter, this is a receiver, because here I taken for the mobile station is a receiver. Okay, in between we are having the multi-path propagation. Here this is a path 1 directly, in this is a path 2, this is a path 3. Okay, here we having the some multi-path from the transmitter to receiver. We are having the multipath. You can observe clearly these peaks at bottom of received power appear in propagation of the Doppler frequency. In this also you can observe in this diagram. This is a path 1, it having the intensity, path 2 and path 3. This is a path delay in between the power. Okay, here increasing of the power, the distance of the way that is also depend on the multipath fading. In wireless system, fade can be either due to the multipath, that is called multipath fading, or also due to some weather condition, that is called shadowing. Okay, that is also shadow fading. Okay, now here in this one mainly we discuss about the effects of the reception of the signals in CDMA. Reception means we are considered for the receiver, we are considering the receiver in this in that is a CDMA technique, that is a core division multiple axis we are considering here. This is in the multipath feeding, and also we are go for the different types of the multipath feedings. The one is a slow and fast feeding. Okay, we are consider first of all we have to justify the large scale fading and the small scale fading. Okay, after that we are having the slow fading and fast fading. That rate which is the magnitude, mainly it is given to the magnitude and phase change. That will also imposed by the channel and the signal changes. Okay, whenever you consider the coherence time, it is measured to the minimum time required for the magnitude change or phase change of the channel become uncorrelated from its previous value. Okay, that is also become uncorrelated from the previous value. Whenever it changes the phase or magnitude change, okay, here changes the magnitude change or phase change, then it comes under the uncorrelated from it to previous value. We are considering the here we can compare the previous value and the present value, then we can say that there is an uncorrelated one from the previous one. When it is uncorrelated means that is change of the magnitude or change of the phase. Okay, coming to slow fading, it arises when the coherence time of the channel is large relative to the delay requirement of the application. And coming to in this one amplitude and the phase change imposed by the channel, and also consider roughly that is a constant over the period of use. Okay, coming to slow fading can be caused by events such as the shadowing. Okay, the shadowing also comes under the particular rain when a large abstraction such as a hill or large building. Okay, that such as a hill or large building or any mountains you can observe, then the main signal path between the transmitter and receiver it obscures. Okay, that is also under the slow fading. Okay, in the fast fading occurs when the coherence time of the channel is small relative to the time delay requirements of the application. In this case, the amplitude and phase change imposed by the channel varies considerably the over the period of size. Here we can consider the some period what is a short distance or long distance in between the signal. That whenever it amplitude changes, that is also imposed by the channel. Okay, comes consider the amplitude and the phase. Okay, in the fast fading channel, the transmitter may advantage and the variation in the channel conditions. Using the diversity help increase the robustness of the communication. Okay, whenever you can overcome the fading techniques by the overcome the fading of the channel, then you can go with the only diversity techniques. Whenever diversity, it helps to increase the giving the accurate or healthy signal, healthy communication to a temporary deep fade. Although deep fade may temporarily erase some of the information transmitted, use of an error correcting code coupled with the successfully. Here we can consider the some error correction methods or detection methods, that is in comes under the parity checker. Okay, that even parity and add parity. In this we can go with the some information transmission. Okay, the transmitter bits during the other time instances can also allow the for the erased bits by to be recovered. Okay, that is how you can consider conversion codes and black codes, Hamming code. Okay, in the slow fading channel, it is not responsible to use the time diversity because the transmitter see only single realization of the channel within a delay constant. Okay, here mainly we can go with that some transmitter, and that is a realization. You can consider the multiple realization or single realization. Whenever you go with the multiple realization, the channel with the some of the delay will be occur. If you go with the single, that will comes under the within the time delay. Okay, within the delay, it can within the time we can go with the channel. A deep fade, that is lasts the entire duration of transmission and cannot mitigated using the coding. Okay, and also the coherence time of the channel related to quantity known as the Doppler spread of the channel. Okay, that is whenever you consider the coherence time of the channel, it is automatically related to the quantity. Okay, it giving the some different quantities, then that is also called a Doppler spread of the channel. Okay, when a user or any subscriber, okay, in the communication terminal, that is a subscriber or user is moving. Okay, if you're talking with a phone in on road, that is considered the uh, any footpath, then you can roaming on the environment in the road. You can roaming on the road, that is different vehicles also comes and come to your nearer to you. Then what will happen, the user velocity causes the shift the frequency. Okay, because the vehicles are some of the vehicles are going slowly or moving fastly. Okay, then what will happen, the shifting the frequency of the signal, the transmitter along each signal path. This phenomenon is called as a Doppler shift, the based on the moving of the vehicle velocity. Okay, moving of the vehicle velocity, that with the frequency will also shifted to the transmitter. Okay, then each signal path, then that phenomenon is called Doppler shift. Okay, as the carrier frequency of signal is varied, the magnitude of the change in amplitude will vary. The coherence bandwidth measures the separation in the frequency after which two signals will experience the uncorrelated fading. Okay, uncorrelated fading when will occur? Uncorrelated will occur in the magnitude change or phase change. Then only the uncorrelated fading will be occur. Okay, coming to in flat fading, the coherence bandwidth of the channel is larger the bandwidth of the signal, and also we can consider the frequency component. The signal will be experienced the same magnitude of the fading. Okay, coming to another one, fading, frequency selective fading. Okay, this is in the flat fading. We having the all the frequency components. Here we can consider the coherence bandwidth of the channel is smaller than the bandwidth of the signal, and different frequency components of the signal. Therefore, the experience is the also called uncorrelated fading. Okay, the estimation in the wireless sensor network, we can also look the estimation of the wireless communication system. Let us put the wireless communication system. Here we consider the wireless scenario. What is a wireless scenario? That means you can having the transmitter and receiver. Then you can go with the wireless communication or take any communication in between the transmitter and receiver. You will get the some of the channel coefficient. Okay, here we can consider the channel coefficient. For example, this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. Okay, and also this is a transmitting antenna. This is the transmitting antenna, and this is the receiving antenna. Okay, this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. This is a transmitting antenna. Transmitting antenna. Here you can consider this is a receiving antenna. Okay, here we having the some x of k. This is the transmitting. Here y of k. This is the input and this is the output. Here what will happen? Here this is the transmitted pilots. Transmitted symbols. Okay, this is a receiver symbols. Transmitter symbols and receiver symbols. Okay, here in between the transmitter and receiver we are having the channel. Okay, in between the transmitter and receiver we are having the channel. This is the channel coefficient. Channel coefficient. This is the channel coefficient. Here this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. This is x of k and this is a y of k. This is a transmitted symbols or this is a receiver symbol. Here we can, in between the transmitter and receiver we have in the channel coefficient. Okay, the communication process, any communication process begin with the transmitter and receiver. One has estimated the channel coefficient because the channel coefficient is also h is the unknown parameter. That process is known as the channel estimation. That process is known as the channel estimation. Okay, this is the channel estimation. Here in between the transmitter and receiver we have to find out this one. What is the h1? That our concept is the wireless fading channel estimation. Okay, in between the transmitter and receiver, whenever we are taking the multiple antennas. Okay, if you are considering here MIMO technology, we are taking for the multiple antennas and multiple antennas in the receiver section, multiple antennas in the receiver section. Then what will happen that time? Whenever we transmit the multiple signal from the transmitter, that time with the automatically the fading will be occur. That is we also find out in the wireless fading channel estimation. Okay, coming to here, the beginning of the communication, the h is basically which is the channel coefficient. That is the unknown parameter. Okay, and therefore you as whenever you take in the h to be this estimated, which is the central focus of the course of the estimation, then you can consider the h is the estimation, which is an important has to be estimation, which is an important process in the wireless communication system. Mainly the process of the estimation is called the process of estimation of h. Okay, the channel coefficient, that is termed as a channel estimation. Okay, mainly the process of estimation of these channel coefficient, that is channel estimation. Then we can go with the this algorithm, the schema for the estimation of this channel unknown channel coefficient, that h and communication taken between the transmitter and receiver. This is also known as the channel estimation. This process also known as the channel estimation. Okay, for that we are considering the simplest scenario in the wireless communication. For that we are taking the different quantities within the parameter of the h. Okay, it including the channel estimation. Compulsory in the wireless communication or any communication, we need the channel. Okay, that is a medium. We need a medium. Then only we can transfer the information from transmitter section to receiver section. Okay, that's why we are considering the different quantities. Means that is a you are considering that this is a transmitter symbol, this is a receiver symbol. Then you can consider the x of 1, x of 2, x of 3 and x of 4. I consider here different 4 transmitted symbols. Here we can also consider x of 1, y of 2 and y of 3 and y of 4. These comes under the receiver section. Okay, this is 4 transmitter symbols and 4 receiver symbol. Then we can estimate in between these two, we can find out the h. Okay, that is a channel coefficient. Okay, however this extended to the scenario, we can find out the typically of the channel coefficient, that is a complex baseband channel coefficient. And we also mentioned previous module, that is a framework of the channel estimation in the maximum likelihood estimation. And also we can sometimes go for the likelihood estimation, then only we compute the maximum likelihood estimation. Okay, this is come slightly later. Then we can consider the how estimate the real parameter, how estimate the channel coefficient. Whenever you consider the channel coefficient h, that is a real parameter. And one of the most schemes of the channel estimation, what is known a pilot or training symbols. Okay, whenever you consider the transmitter four symbols, it is also called training symbol or pilot symbols. Okay, this is in the transmitter section. Coming to receiver section, also we are having the training symbols and also pilot symbols. Training symbols and also pilot symbol. There we are having the both the symbols. Okay, that is a y of k equal to h of x of k plus v of k. That is the y of k equal to h of x of k plus v of k. This is the received symbol. This is the received symbol. This is the received symbol, and this is we know it. What is that? Channel coefficient. Coefficient. That is a channel coefficient. This one we know. So this is a transmitted symbol. This is a transmitted symbol. And this one is a noise. We know it. This one. This is a noise. Okay, like this we can find out the channel coefficient in this one, and also we can go with the some of the techniques of the here. Let we can assume that x of 1 comma x of 2 and so on x of n from the transmitter section, and like that we are also corresponding giving the outputs. Okay, this is a transmitter means the corresponding outputs also there. That is a y of 1 comma y of 2 so on y of n. This is in the receiver section. Okay, like that we can also find out the some observed outputs. This is we are consider the observed outputs. This is we consider the observed output. Then we can also take in the pilot output. Okay, then we are go for the y of 1 equal to x of x1 of k x1 plus v of 1. Next y of 2 equal to x of x2 plus v of 2. Like that we are taking the y of n equal to y of n equal to x of n x h of x of n plus v of n. We are considering this pilot parameters, and also we can here find out the this is the pilot symbols. Pilot symbol. This is the Gaussian noise. Gaussian noise. This is the Gaussian noise. Okay, like that we can find out in this one. Here I consider x of 1 and transmitter symbol, that is a transmitter symbol and receiver symbol. X of 1, x of 2 and x of n, and y of 1, y of 2, y of n is the receiver symbol. Then we can go for the pilot output. Then we need the y of y equal to h of xk plus v of k. That is a kth standard. Then we can go for the our multiple inputs and multiple output. That's why we consider the different multiple observations. Then we can go with the here y of k equal to h of x of k, h of x of k plus v of k. Here we know that here the mean, we also find out the mean here for the previous sessions, that is 0, and variance we find out sigma square. And also coming to this one, here the mean is the x of k. Okay, and also variance also same comes under the noise, that is a sigma square. Okay, like that we can find out the mean and variance. Okay, in this one, and also we coming to this y of k equal to approximately, we are taking the scripted n. We are taking the scripted n, that is a h. What is that mean? That is a x of k comma sigma square. This is comes under the estimation value of the output, that is a pilot symbol. And also we having the some probability density function, that is a PDF probability density function we also known as. Then we can having the f of y of k and small y of k equal to 1 by under root 2 pi sigma square e power of 1 by 2 sigma square y of k minus h of x of k whole square. We know that this is a from the probability density function. Okay, like that we are having the v of 1 comma v of 2 comma v of 3 up to so on v of n. These are the independent identical distributions. Okay, independent identical distribution. For that we are having the some individual. Okay, this is for the probability density, giant probability density. Okay, that is a giant PDF. But we need the individually probability density function. For that we are considering the y of 1 comma y of 2 so on y of n. Okay, here like that also we can find out the individual factor. For that we having the y of 1 y of 2 so on y of n. Okay, then this is the giant PDF observations, giant PDF observations. Okay, from the giant PDF observation we can also find out the individual factors, that we can go with the f y of 1 y of 1 into, okay, f y of 2, and this is a 2, and also into f y of 3, and also we can go with the 3, and so on, multiply with the f of y of n into y of n. Okay, like that we are taking the some product of individual PDF. Okay, here we considering the product of individual PDF. Okay, this is the wireless fading channel estimation. Here we can consider the this is a product of the channel individual estimation. Here we considering the transmitter pilot symbols and also receiver symbols. And the next session we go with the factors. In the next section also we can find out the wireless fading channel estimation. There will also take in the some factors or vectors of the transmitter section, vectors of the receiver section. Then we can find out the h value, that is the channel coefficient. In the next session we can also find out the channel estimation. Okay, from the channel coefficient. Okay, that is the main agenda. In that mainly we are taking the some transmitter section, receiver section. In the transmitter and receiver section, in between we having the some channel, that is having the channel coefficient. Okay, if you are considering that this is a base station, if you are considering this a base station, this is the mobile, this is our mobile. Then here we having the some transmitting the signal from the base station to receiver. This is a transmitter, receiver and receiver. Okay, what will happen? This is a downlink. Okay, whenever it comes from the base station to receiver, that is comes under the downlink scenario. Whenever signal from the receiver to base station, that is comes under the uplink scenario. Okay, we can also see the next classes, uplink scenario and downlink scenario. Okay, both in the wireless channel estimation, okay, both will also we can discuss in the wireless channel estimation, that is also comes under the wireless fading estimation. Okay, mainly in the today class we discuss about the wireless channel estimation and also wireless channel fading. Okay, coming to overcome the fading, we can consider the diversity techniques and also what are the different types of fadings. Okay, how it comes, how it generate the fading into causes to the wireless channel, that will also be discussed in the today class. In the coming to my next session, we are go with the wireless fading channel comes under the transmitter pilot symbols and receiver pilot symbols. Okay, with the transmitter pilot symbols and receiver pilot symbols, we can take in the all the parameters of the channel coefficient. then we can find out separately. Okay, first of all we go for the vectors of the transmit symbols and vectors of the received symbol, then only we can go with the channel coefficient. Okay, that will also we can find out in the next session. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.